Hello, beautiful people. If you're looking for a free entry into this amazing country in Europe and you don't have a lot of qualifications, like you don't have a university degree, for example, and you don't have a lot of experience in terms of work, your professional history, your academic history is not that robust, and you really want to migrate abroad, and this is for free visa is available for you, then you really need to watch this video. I know the challenges a lot of people face in terms of migrating to another country because they may not meet the requirements. They may not have like a lot of savings, to get this done, because moving abroad is not cheap and it's highly competitive when you think about all the visa options that are out there. So I found a free visa to Europe, right? And this is a work visa. You're going to work, you're going to be working, and not a lot is required from you. So with or without a university degree, you can get this done. And you also don't need to break the bank as well. And you don't need like work experience. And yeah, another thing you don't need here is English language proficiency, right? So you don't need to write IELTS. I think this is good. So do watch the video to the end so I can walk you through how you can move down to Europe this year. If we are just meeting, my name is Jackie and you're welcome to my channel. I do recommend that you subscribe to the channel so you can be seeing information that will help you to migrate abroad, to study, to work, to live, whatever pathway you want to use, whatever your situation, your budget, your education level, and all of that. There is something for you on my channel. And I talk about how you can move to several countries, not just the US, Canada, Germany, Japan, Portugal, so many countries, right? So if you don't see what you're looking for on my channel, you can have a one-on-one consultation with me and I'll put you through. So just send me an email or a DM on Instagram, or you can check out a link to book a session with me in the description box below or in the pinned comment of this video, so you can do that. I do look forward to speaking with you. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing, for the comments, for always coming back to watch my videos, for the likes, for the shares, everything you do to support the channel. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. So there are work visas out there, right? And most of them do require that you get a job offer in the country you want to apply to. And most times, to stand a good chance, you need to be in the shortage occupation, right? Like, are you a healthcare worker? Are you an ICT professional? Are you an engineer, right? Those occupations that are in shortage, in the country of your choice. But for this video, I want to show you this pathway that is not much talked about, and it's one that you can totally take advantage of to migrate to this leading economy in Europe. And the country I'm referring to is Denmark. Denmark is one of the top countries in Europe. Very good country for you to make an entry into, get settled eventually. And for this pathway, the visa is free. The Danish government has made this visa free, so it is free, no visa fees for you. And you can do this with or without a university degree, and there is no language requirements for this. No language requirements, whether English, whether Danish, there is absolutely no language requirement for this type of visa. And you're going to get a residence permit to live in Denmark as well. You can apply for this visa online and it is free, or at the Danish embassy in your country, or any office that has been designated to receive visa applications for Denmark. So you can get this visa in 3 months. Some get it in a month, or 2 months or 3 months, but the average is 3 months and you get your visa approved to Denmark. And you're also eligible to apply for a residency permit as well. So you're going to get residency to live in Denmark for 1 year. This is the volunteer visa. So you can go to volunteer in Denmark and get the residency and live in Denmark for a year. And then after the 1 year of this volunteer visa, you're free to move to a more permanent visa in Denmark. So if you don't know what it means to be a volunteer, this is what it is, right? So volunteers are people that do voluntary work. That is, it is unpaid work, right? And you're going to be given a stipend, but it's not called a salary because it does not meet the national minimum wage, right? But you get other incentives like accommodation, you get feeding, you get insurance, health insurance, and things like that. But you're not going to be paid a salary. On the average, what you get paid for voluntary work, or let me say the stipend for voluntary work is around 400 euros. It's not fixed. It all depends on the volunteer position you get, but definitely it's going to come with accommodation. I mean, if you're not going to be paid a salary, they have to take care of your upkeep. So accommodation is paid for and feeding is paid for as well, and also health insurance and everything that you need to live in Denmark is going to be provided for you. So there's an age limit for this visa. It's granted to people that are between 18 and 30 years of age. So if you're a young person that is looking to migrate to Denmark to settle, build a new life in Denmark, this is the kind of visa that you can take advantage of. And even if you don't want to move to Denmark permanently, you just want to move for a year, 6 months to a year, 2 years, you can also move on this visa as well. So for this volunteer visa, it's not like every job that is eligible for this. Your work in Denmark should be of benefit to frail or marginalized people, and it should contribute to the Danish society as well. The work can also be with children and young people where you are responsible for activities, instruction, or for acting as a role model. The work cannot be ordinary salaried work, example cleaning, although you are employed by a social or humanitarian organization. Neither can you be granted a residence permit as a volunteer if your job in Denmark aims to prepare for social or humanitarian work conducted abroad. As a volunteer, you must participate in full-time activities. So you can see here the processing fee for this visa, it is free. This is a free visa, like I said, previously, and the normal processing time is 3 months. So how do you apply for this visa? So you have to gather your documents you're going to need to apply. And number one is copy of all pages of your passport, including empty pages and the passport front and back cover. Then you need documentation from the volunteering organization describing your work task as a volunteer. So I'm going to show you in this video, right? I'm going to show you where you can get this volunteer job in Denmark and move down to the country. So I'm going to show you that in this video. But before then, I just want to walk you through the visa process so you can know how to prepare for this, the documents you need and things like that, and if you're eligible, right? So another thing you need is agreement between you and the organization on what you are to receive from the organization, example, pocket money, food, and accommodation. So that needs to be stated in the document you're going to be using to apply for your visa. And then you need documentation of health insurance, only for stays shorter than 3 months. So if you're staying over 3 months, then you don't need that. And documentation of liability insurance, documentation of your ability to support, yourself financially, if applicable. And they mention if applicable here because the organization you're volunteering with could take care of everything that is needed. And in that case, you don't need proof of funds. If the organization states that they are going to be taking care of all your financial obligations in Denmark, then you're not going to be needing proof of funds to show that you can support yourself financially, right? So whether you need proof of funds or not depends on the organization that you're going to volunteer with. So that is all in terms of documents that you need to apply for your visas. So after you've gathered all your documents, you complete and submit the application form. This is an online application and it is easy to complete. It usually takes about 50 minutes to complete the application. And then you're going to set an appointment to do your biometrics at the visa office closest to you. And then you receive, an answer to your application. And you're ready to be on your way down to Denmark. So let me show you where you can get volunteer jobs. So this is the first place I want to show you. And currently there are 22 opportunities found here. So I filtered this, this website shows a lot of jobs. So I just filtered it down to the ones in Denmark, right? So you can see here some job roles that are here. So you can go through it and see if it is in alignment with the requirements for the volunteer visa for Denmark. So you can see here, this one is need rights to work. You must have a car. So that is not for you for this volunteer visa because it does not meet the requirements for the volunteer visa for Denmark. So help me renovating a Japanese house. We need your help with gardening, taking care of animals, painting, repair of buildings or electricians or plumbing, experience in web design, that does not fall under that. Teaching of healing practice, help us in our old beautiful countryside, help us a bit with general task. Come and help us in maintenance or in our beautiful eco village, renovation of artists in residency house, helping in administration of our hosting project. We need help repairing buildings. Join our international family and explore, Denmark. So you have a lot of opportunities here. You can check the next page as well. And they do update this regularly. So you can always come here every day to see volunteering opportunities that you can take advantage of to move down to Denmark. So how it works is this: when you get hired by this volunteering organization, they're going to send you a contract, just the same way it is when you get like a job, right? So they're going to send you a contract, and it's going to state, the job that you're going to do in Denmark and all their offerings in terms of accommodation, stipend, feeding, things like that. And then that is what you're going to use to apply for your visa. So it generally works the same way getting a work, a paid work, in the country. So it's the same thing. So you're going to get your job offer and you're going to use that to apply for your visa. Remember, the visa is free. So this is a free visa to Denmark. So let me show you another place where you can get volunteer jobs in Denmark. So there are many places. You can go on Google, search for it. There are so many places, but let me just show you two in this video. So this is the next website where you can search for volunteer jobs. So find your next volunteer job. So you can search for jobs. They have jobs. I prefer this website actually because it just breaks it down to like the sectors. So you can just go directly to the kind of sector you're looking for to see the volunteer jobs that are available there. So we have board development and strategy. There are 184. Then we have sustainability and recycling, 864 jobs open in that. 364. Then we have cafe and lounge, refugees and integration, 302. Then we have, let me just look for the one that really fits into the aim of this volunteer visa in Denmark. So we have here finance and fundraising. Yeah, we have health and first aid. This is a good one as well. Then we have counseling and help. This is also a very good sector to get a job for volunteer in Denmark. So this is Frivillig Job Denmark, right? So I'm going to drop links to all of this in the description so you can take advantage of it. So go through all these jobs, see the one that best fits for the volunteer visa in Denmark, and then reach out to them, apply for these volunteer positions. When you get it, you apply for your visa. So this is not for everybody, obviously, because not everybody is in that space where they want to go do volunteer work, right? So I think to volunteer, it's a calling, right? So if you feel like you're called to voluntary service, then you can take advantage of this. And if you feel like you're not, you can share the video with other people. I'm going to do another video for people that want like real jobs, in Denmark. I'm going to do a video for that. So do watch out, maybe subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notification bell so you can see when I post that video. And also please do like this video and share it with others that may be needing this opportunity. It's for people within the age of 18 and 30. So you can share it with them so they can move down to Denmark and start their new life. So I know people that have done this and have settled in Denmark, even beyond the 1 year that this visa is initially issued for. Let me know what you think about it in the comments if you're interested in things like this, and I can do more videos to show you where you can get volunteering positions in Denmark. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jackie, and I will see you in my next video.